Good morning, everyone. Welcome to part 2 of Late to the Party, playing with silks and Twinkling H20s. Only 11 years late, but better late than never. The paper is really dry, and I can see all the sparkles under the lights when I came in this morning, which makes me really happy because I think it's beautiful. So today what I want to do is go ahead and use this paper. I think I want to make a couple of bookmarks. I also think I want to make a card. And I have these flat cards and envelopes sets. They are A7. And then this is just a piece of cardstock. This came out of a matte stack, Brights. It is from Die Cuts with a View, and it's just different colors of cardstock. Very textury too. It's already a 4.5 by 6.5 size, and I think it'll fit on my 5 by 7 really pretty. Then I have to just cut this down to fit on here. So because my black cardstock is 5 by 7, and this is a 4.5 by 6.5. So I want my paper to be cut down to 4. So it would go 4, 4.5, 5. And then I want it to be 6 in length. I'm going to use a self-healing mat and my X-Acto knife. I've decided to position my paper this way so that this flower is facing this direction. So I'm going to cut this down to a 4 by 6. I turned my paper over, and the section that I want to use, I just marked out 6 across and 4 down so that I could get a guide where I wanted to cut. And I'm going to line my paper up on my grid and line my ruler up on the grid also, and just cut down to my mark. I'm trying to save as much paper as possible for our next project. And then this one will be cut 6 inches this direction. I like that. Let's see how it fits on here. Oh, that's cute. That's so cute. I'm going to use scrappy tape. This is a double-sided tape. All right, so I'm going to put this tape on the back of my card. Doesn't have to fill the whole card, just enough to hold it down nice. And I want my flower down here in the corner. I think that's good enough. I wanted to start it without moving the card. Now it won't go anywhere. I'll just peel the rest of this up. Let's do a little dab of glue on the corner. It's okay if it's not completely flat down. The other side's not glued, but I didn't have a lot of tape written here. That's just so cute. And this is the area where I dropped this stamp by accident. I think it just gives it a little character. I didn't try to avoid that area at all. Now we have to glue this to here. So let's put some double-sided tape on the back of this. If you go over the edge by accident, just pull the paper that covers your tape back a little bit, fold down what you went over a little bit, and then just put it back until you're ready to peel it off. There we go. All right, I want to do a bookmark, and I also want to do a tag. This is a very lightweight chipboard, and I'll use that for my tag, but we're going to do the bookmark first. And I have a very fancy schmancy way of making my bookmarks. It's a very fancy schmancy pattern. It's just a toothpaste box, and I save all these toothpaste boxes because I love the size of the bookmark that it makes. And then I also keep a template of this just in case I ever run out of toothpaste boxes, which is very unlikely. And I just tear apart my box. I can make 4 bookmarks out of this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I just go ahead, take off one of my sides. I'm not picky about my edges being perfect. This is an example of a bookmark made with one of these. I just rounded the end when I was through. Put paper on both sides. I don't even bother to mess with the edge other than to make sure it's not got any weird like things hanging out. I'll take those off. And they make really cute bookmarks. Let's find an area we can make a bookmark. I still have some left over for a tag. We could go this direction, or we could go this direction. That might be the way I go. That would be pretty. I think I want this, and then I want this. Okay, so let me clean up the edges. What I'll do is just cut any excess off. First, we're going to do this edge of the paper. So I'm just going to take glue, and I'm going to really put the glue on. And then anything that overlaps that I may have screwed up on, I'll just trim it off. But usually it's pretty easy to line this up. But if anybody can mess it up, it could be me. Have no fear, because I will do something screwy at some point. Then I'm going to cut this out. And the fun part is seeing what it actually looks like cut down from the big size of the paper. Isn't that cute? Isn't that a cute bookmark? Okay, and then this side we'll do like that. Okay, so I'll put glue on this side. Trim anything that needs trimming. That's so cute. That's just so cute. So let's go ahead and make a tag in this area here. And we'll finish up this after the glue dries because I want to put a hole and a grommet and a piece of ribbon and things like that. To make your tag, you could just measure out the size you want. You could take a manila tag you already have and measure out one, or you could just cover it, glue the paper to it. I don't want to do that. I have some templates here that I've cut from packaging. These are the size of manila tags, so I don't want to use that because I want an odd shape. Here's a tissue box that I cut up and made tags, and these are different sizes. I kind of want this one that's a little bit fatter, but not quite as long. I think that would be cute. Or maybe I want the long one that's kind of fatter. Maybe I want that. Let's do this one. They're just sizes I made up, and this one is one I cut out of a piece of paper. And this is a skinny one. We might use that if we've got enough left over. But for now, we're going to use this one. And I want this area here. I'm going to use my template and cut out a tag from this chipboard that I showed you. And I'll use that as my foundation, and I'll cover front and back on this one. I'm just going to clip it to the corner and make sure it's even, the bottom and sides, and just cut out my tag. Then I'm going to take my hole punch and punch my hole. And now I have a tag that I can decorate. Then I'm going to cover this with glue and stick my paper on it. Then I'll decide what to do at the back. I might put a different piece of paper, like another piece of scrap paper. And there's a tag. And I'm going to go find a paper in my scrap bin that will look good on the back. It took me a long time to decide on what paper to put on the back of this thing. I went through everything in my box, and I came up with these two as my favorites. And I was leaning toward this one. I really like the colors in it. So I'm going to go ahead and use this one. Okay, so now we have a front and a back, and I'll get a ribbon and put it up there. But I'll wait until I do my bookmark, and then we'll do them at the same time. Now, which of these ends do I want to round off? I've decided to make this the top and then round the bottom. So I'm going to use my We Are Memory Keepers Crocodile Corner Chomper, and I'm going to use the 1/2 inch side because I want a bigger rounded corner. And then I'm going to make a hole in the center of my bookmark. I'm lining it up with this tag just so I can get a good mark. And I'm going to mark it with a pencil. And I'm going to go get my crocodile to do the hole and the grommet. Here's the crocodile. This is the small one, and it's by We Are Memory Keepers. I'm not going to put a grommet in this one. I'm just going to leave the hole as it is in a normal tag. And this is a piece of sari ribbon. I'm just going to fold it in half and fold it in half again and try to get it through the hole so it's like doubled. Let's see if we can do it. That's cute. We might add something to the top here. Don't know for sure. Maybe one of these that we used yesterday would look cute cut out, put on there. I don't know, maybe we'll try that. We'll see. This is a piece of muslin that I dyed with some inks, spray inks. There we go. That's so cute. So we've gotten 3 things out of our paper so far. The next thing I want to do, before we go any further with this and I lose a flower, I want to cut this flower out so that it can fit on the outside of our envelope. I want this flat edge to butt up against the side of the envelope. So I'm going to cut out all around here and leave some of the yellow. Okay, our flower's a little big, so you have to write small right here for the address, but I think it's still cute. And do I want this on there anywhere? Maybe down there, just for fun. So this is a small toothpaste box, the little samples that you get when you go to the dentist. And I saved one of the sides of one, and I'm going to use it as a template to make another bookmark. So I'm just going to cut out a little bit past the size of this toothpaste cardboard. I'm going to glue down my paper in the center, and then I'll cut out my bookmark from there. I'm going to round the bottom on this one also, but on this one I'm going to use the 1/4 inch side. And I'm going to mark a hole. I'm just going to pick something to use as a guide. All right, now I have a little tiny bookmark, or a tag. You could call it a tag if you want to, but I think I would use it as a bookmark. All right, what do we got left? This little piece here. I'm going to use this card punch. It's a 3x4 We Are Memory Keepers round corner card punch. And you can cut your photos or paper. I'll show you how it works after I cut the paper because I've already got it lined up. I'm going to go ahead and push down. It's magnetic. So you just lay your paper across like this. Line up where you want it through the binder. This does come open if you need it to come open. Place it down and then push. I wouldn't use something heavy though, just lightweight stuff. And then when you're done, just push it down and then it locks on the side right here. And then I'll put it back in the box and I'll put it away. But here's our card. You can make a bunch of these. I was thinking of using this to make some inspiration cards or some prompt cards. I keep saying I'm going to do prompt cards and I haven't done it yet, but you know, there's only so many hours in the day. But anyway, I've got my paper cut out. Now I want to put something on top of here. I'm going to take the rest of this paper and I'm going to line it up in my butterfly punch and cut a butterfly. Let's see what this looks like. That's a cute butterfly. That's all the paper I have left from that piece of paper we've been working on. I want a circle, I think, to put my butterfly in. Let's try this paper. I've been using this for lots of different things, and there's a little piece left. I might want to leave that separate from this card because it's just too much. Makes it too busy. So I'll leave the butterfly on the circle because I like that. And then I cut out a yellow butterfly, a small one. But I don't know if I want this or not. Then I was thinking maybe some of this paper would be pretty. The blue. Let's see if we can get a butterfly out of that. It turns into such a cute little butterfly when you cut portions of your paper up. I kind of like that. I want to give this a backing. I was pulling out some plain white paper just to back it to make a coin, and then I decided maybe this one would be better. I'm going to glue these together and cut them out. I could punch and then try to glue them, but this is easier because then I don't have to worry about lining up any edges. I still don't like the butterfly center. I'm going to try a black one. I need to do a different butterfly. I kind of chopped off the top of his wings. I was looking for something else to put in the center of this butterfly, and I didn't like anything Until the very last minute, I found this little embellishment in my drawer. I think I'm going to stick that right in the center. Before I do though, I'm going to distress the circle. I just feel like it. I'm not distressing the others. I just feel like this one, for some reason, I don't know why. Now let's glue the center. I'm going to use a heavier glue for that so it'll stay on. I'm going to use the Helmar quick dry adhesive. All right, I'm going to let that dry. And then I'm going to decide if there's anything I want to do to this or if I want to leave it the way it is. We had said we were going to possibly cut one of these out. So I'm going to cut this one out and I'm going to see if I like it on this, possibly. We have a little bit of paper left over. Here's a pink petal. Maybe we could make that a leaf. Maybe on the back. Put some paper down and maybe put it on the back just for fun. So now I gotta find a paper that I can use on the back. Never ending. This is never gonna end. I found this index card that was kind of a flub-ish. And I like that for the back of this. Kind of has blue up here, so I like it. And this looks good on it. So we're going to go with that. Okay, there's the back. There's the front. And you could put like an ATC on top of this if you wanted to and decorate it. Just use this as a border if you want to cover this, whatever you want to do. You could stick this on here, but I think it's a little busy. I wonder, that's kind of pretty. That's pretty. I'm going to take some pictures. I'm going to do pictures like this and pictures not and see what I like. Okay, I took pictures. I really have a hard time covering this up because this is so pretty. So I'm going to leave them separate for now. I can always come back and grab them and put them together whenever I decide what exactly I'm going to do with these. Now the only other thing that I'm questioning is going ahead and cutting out another flower because I really like that and trying to put it on a tag or something. I cut all these out and I've tried them on everything and I think I'm getting tired for the day because I got back up here late after my bike ride and lunch. I'm gonna wait and decide tomorrow, so I'll see you then. Good morning, it's the next day. I've made some decisions. I laid out all my stuff and I decided where everything was gonna go, except for that one I haven't decided, but I'll make a quick decision on that one. So I'm just gonna put my coffee down and start gluing. I have one more. Maybe I'll do this. Why not? That looks cute. I have a black butterfly that I accidentally cut the tips of the wing off. Maybe I'll just straighten this out. All right, so what did we get? We got our little test page, and I just went ahead and put a little flower and butterfly on there. And this isn't really done by any means, but I might do something more with it, or I might pass it on to someone else. I don't know. A little tiny bookmark. The larger bookmark. The little coin. The card. The tag. Our envelope. And the little card that goes in it. So that's it. That's all we got out of our paper. This is what's left over. And I can just use this in my scrap pile. All right, this was a lot of fun. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. I will talk to you again soon. Have a great whatever it is, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.